What's up everybody, Super Rhino 57 here with another mod tutorial. Now I did a mod tutorial on magical crops here recently, but this is sort of a remake for Minecraft 1.10.2, and it is called Mystical Agriculture. I'll show you all these crops later, but getting started off, Mystical Agriculture adds in 2 new ores. It adds in Prosperity ore and Inferium ore. Inferium is basically the Minicio essence from the original magical crops, so that's an easy way to compare it. You got regular ore, nether ore, and end form ore that will give you Inferium essence. And then same for Prosperity, it gives you Prosperity Shards. Prosperity Shards are very important, and they've also made some very popular changes to the magical crops mod, such as, for one, there's now tiered seeds, so you don't have just the basic minimal seeds. So once you get regular seeds surrounded with Inferium ore, you get tier 1 Inferium seeds, and then you take those, surround them with the next level up, you get tier 2, and so on and so forth to tier 5. You got Supremium, Superium, Intermedium, Prudentium, and Inferium. So even the names kind of tell you what level they're at, and it doesn't say on the essence, but the seeds tell you what tier they're on. Now, the difference in the tiers is in the crops themselves. So right here, I've got tier 1. I got it right here, see tier 1 Inferium. Over here, I've got, trying to click that, tier 2. Then over here, I've got tier 5. Now what the difference is with the tier 1 seeds, just like regular crops, you harvest 1 essence. Okay, so now we'll go over here to tier 2. Oops, you harvest 2, and I picked up 2 at the time there we go. So you harvest 2. Tier 5, just like the others, you harvest it, you get 5. So look at all these essence. I had all of them running for the same amount of time. This is tier 5. Go over here to tier 2. And then tier 1. So as you can see, you can level up your crops themselves to increase your production. So I thought that was really cool. Now, to get started, you are going to need to know how to make the different essences. You got the basic Inferium. To upgrade that, you just use the infusion crystal. There's only 2 infusion crystals, 1 for all the basics, but as you can see, it has 1,000 uses. To make that, you just surround a diamond with 4 Inferiums, 4 Prosperities. Easy as that. You get 1 infusion crystal, and use that for all 4 recipes. And then, same as in magical crops, you just surround it with 4 of the essences, it upgrades it. 4 Prudentium makes 1 Intermedium, 4 Intermedium makes the Superium, blah 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 up here. Now, to make the extreme version, which is right here, the Master Infusion Crystal uses unlimited. This gets a little weird. For one, you have a Nether Star. Okay, so it's a later game. And then you have Epic Bacon from Pam's Harvest Craft. And I thought that was weird. But to get Epic Bacon, it's actually not too difficult. Got the recipe right here. You just used cork. This is the easiest recipe. There are subtle variances I've got right here. You see, you used cooked pork chop, cooked tofu, and then all these different dyes, floral powder. But all you need is cooked pork chop and one of each dye. Really simple, and you get an epic bacon. And then just need 3 of those, and you have the Master Infusion Crystal. Which, since you need another star, it's going to be a later game anyways. So, moving on. Other things that are added by this mod. Of course, you got the Growth Accelerator, same as the Growth Pulsar in magical crops. You got 4 Inferium blocks, 4 stone, and a diamond. Gives you a Growth Accelerator. But you also have a Mystical Machine Frame, which is base essence ingots, which we will get into that, and then just stone. Gives you that machine frame. And the best use I've found for the machine frame is another awesome machine added, new to this mod, new to this remake. It's called the Seed Reprocessor. Now in the original magical crops, you had the seeds that did basically nothing. I ended up throwing a bunch of them in the trash just because you only have so much room for crops, you get a bunch of extra seeds. Well, what this does is it actually takes your seeds and converts them. Like this is tier 2. I had a whole stack in here, and it converts them to the amount of essence that you would get from that crop. So all your extra seeds are now getting processed and used. And I thought that was really cool. And then you've also got witherproof glass and witherproof blocks, which is just wither skeleton essence around a piece of glass or around a piece of stone. Gives it witherproof. I thought those were cool, so I thought I'd introduce them. Now, moving on to the seeds. You have the base crafting seed. That's another new thing with this mod, is that you're not making every recipe with the same inferium seeds. You have tiered seeds now too. So you have basic seeds, Minecraft seeds, surrounded with 4 prosperity shards, gives you 1 base crafting seed. You surround that with 4 inferium, gives you tier 1. Surround that with 4 prudentium, gives you tier 2, all the way up to tier 5. And each different ingot or each different type of seed you're wanting to make tells you exactly what you need. So if we'll go in here to seeds, we'll go to, like, there's diamond seeds, tier 5. So you would need this crafting seed to make a diamond seed. And then mystical tool rod, which is 4 prosperity shards and a stick. And we'll explain that one later. I just figured this is an early game recipe. I'm going to include it up here. And then soulstone, which is another block added by this mod pack. It's kind of difficult to explain. They've made some new adjustments. It's really cool, but anyways, you just need 4 soul sand, 5 stone. Gives you 8 soul stones. Now, what to do with the soul stones? You take the soul stone, you smelt them in a furnace, gives you soul dust. You take the soul dust, you smelt it in a furnace, or sorry, soulium dust. Wait a minute, soul dust and soulium dust. Did I miss something here? Apparently I missed a recipe. I apologize. Yeah. There we go. 5 soul dust and 4 prudentium dusts, or essences, gives you a soulium dust. Now, I know you need 2 mainly. And what that does is you take the soulium dust, you smelt it, and you get a soulium ingot. The ingot is used to make the soulium dagger. And as you can see, it says used to obtain mob chunks. Now, what it means is to make the mob seeds, like skeleton, zombie, all that stuff, you need this sword. And you have to attack zombies mostly. I'm not sure about main animals, like cow, pig, but I do know zombies work. And all you do is when you kill or you attack a zombie with it, it has a chance to drop, where is it? I guess just that one. The zombie chunk, tier 1. You smelt it, it gives you a tier 1 mob chunk. Then you take that tier 1 mob chunk, surround it with, or just put 2 prudentium, gives you tier 2. Tier 2 surrounded by intermedium, tier 3, all the way up here to tier 5. And of course there's all the mods, or all the mobs, it tells you what tier they are. So you got slimes tier 2, skeletons tier 3, wither skeletons tier 5. So, and then you take that mob chunk tier, surround it with different objects depending on what chunk you're needing, and it gives you the chunk. So you got pig chunk. And that is how you make the seeds. So let me pull up pig since I showed you how to make the pig. There we go, pig seeds. So you got tier 2 crafting seed, 4 prudentium, 4 pig chunks. Of course, to make the pig chunks, you need this recipe right here. So tier 2 mob chunk, and then tier 2 crafting seed gives you pig seeds. So you can get all kinds of raw pork and everything just from your crops. Moving on, these are all the ingots. These are just the basic vanilla seeds. So you got stone, dirt, wood, water, all the way up to ice, fire, dye, nether, obsidian, gold, lapis, emerald. Now, to make these seeds, you need, like the spider seeds. Oh, there's the recipe. To make these seeds, you need the tier seeds, like I was saying, the essence that goes with that tier, and then the ingots. And boom, you have a tier 3 iron seed. Simple as that. Some of them, however, such as the nether seeds, are a little bit more difficult. You need what's called a cluster. Here's a nature cluster for the nature seeds. Just needs a pumpkin, cactus, sugar, wheat. And if you look up here, it kind of gives you a color code. So you see green top left cactus, orange top right pumpkin, etc. And then you got the dye cluster to make a dye seed if you want the multicolored dyes. I think these are for seeds that give you more than one output, which is what makes sense. So you got the nether cluster, which gives you got netherrack and soul sand. So you just get the cluster you need. Nether seeds are tier 2, so you just get tier 2 crafting seed, prudentium essence, boom, you have nether seeds. The weird one is the mystical flower from mystical agriculture. It gives you all the mystical crops from Botania, but you only need 4. You can see the dyes are changing, the colors are changing in the cluster. You can use literally 4 of any of these flowers. There are several more. I just grabbed 6 out of random, but you can use 4 mystical white flowers. You can use 4 mystical lime flowers. Any 4, as long as it is a mystical flower, pretty much. And you can make the mystical cluster. Simple as that. So, just in case you're wondering, these are the other modded seeds. You got copper, aluminum, down here to manilium, draconium, eulorium. So it adds in all kinds of seeds for all the other mod packs, or all the different mods as well. So there is no need to fear. It's not just vanilla. You got terra steel, vibrant alloy, all kinds, energetic, pulsating. Oh, stuff I was so sick of farming with the alloy smelter. All of it can be farmed and automated with your crops. So that's awesome. Back to the essence ingots. Now, if you remember, with magical crops, you also had armor. Well, this is how you get started with the armor. You make the base essence ingot, which is iron ingot surrounded by 4 prosperity shards, and it gives you a base essence ingot. Now, to upgrade the tier of the ingot, you just put the 2 essences beside it, and it upgrades it. Boom, boom, boom. Simple as that. Intermediate ingot, superium essence, superium ingot. But in an older version of magical crops, you had, I don't want to call them charms, I can't remember what they were called, but you had things you can add to your higher end, your tier 5 armor, that made them stronger and better, give you perks, give you benefits, potion effects pretty much. Well, in here they are called cores. So you have a core remover you can use. Pretty much if you have a piece of armor that's, you want to remove the core from it for whatever effect, then you would use that. But you also have the different tiered cores. Okay, so you got Inferium tool core. You need the base essence ingot, a single gold, 3 flint, 3 Inferium. Gives you the Inferium tool core, and you just upgrade that to tier 2 using tier 2 crops. So gold would be tier 2, and so on and so forth. Intermedium, superium, and then supremium. You would need a nether star and 3 wither skulls. Don't worry, it gets better. But as you can see, there's tool core and there's armor core. So you do need to make sure you're making the right one. I believe it's the same as just the armor core. Like, this is Inferium. You're using leather, whereas in the tool core you're using flint. And so it kind of subtle varies like that. And the different cores are used to make the weapons. So you make the Inferium tool core, you make the Inferium armor core, you get the Inferium sword. You make the mystical tool rod, which I showed you earlier. You got the Inferium tool core, and you got the Inferium ingot, and you have the sword. Same for the pickaxe. Just make sure you pay close attention to the recipe. As you can see, there's not 3 Inferium ingots for a pickaxe. It's 2 ingots and the tool core. And then shovel, there are no ingots, just the tool core and the 2 mystical tool rods. Now to the charms. Prudentium tool core, in case you were wondering. Gold lapis, like I said. Now to the charms. When you get to tier 5, as you can see at the top, it says charm slot empty. Set bonus flight. You got tier 5 weapons, supremium all the way. To make a charm, you need to make a blank charm first, which is superium block, surrounded by prosperity shards. Gives you a blank charm. And depending on which charm you're wanting to make, depending on what effect, so you got attack AoE, You hold shift, it tells you increases your sword's attack radius by 5. Mining AoE, tools mining radius, absorption, apply. It tells you applicable to helmet, chestplate, leggings, boots. Same for the mining, applicable to pickaxe, shovel, and axe. And it varies, but like for here's night vision, you got golden carrots, which are used in night vision brewing. You got the blank charm and supremium essence, and it gives you a night vision charm you can add to your armor. And all you would have to do to add it is just put it in your crafting. Let's go over here. It's easier. I'm lazy. So you put it in your crafting table, put the charm you want to add to it, boom. Mining AoE. Simple as that. I'm just going to throw that back in there. And now I have a pickaxe that has mining AoE. And that's really the basics to it. That is all. It's called Mystical Agriculture. Like I said, this is the upgrade of magical crops. You want to get the upgraded tiers. So you start off with tier 1 Inferium Essence, or Inferium Seeds. Work your way up to tier 5. You will be getting Inferium Essence you cannot believe. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you learned something. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know down in the comment section below. I'll do my best. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.